Welcome one and all, whoever may be watching this. Quick intro, let's go. Part 9 or 10, I forget where I'm up to. Okay, so I'm going to be talking a bit quieter today. Tonight. I'm playing this late at night and my granddad's asleep in the room next door, so I just don't want to make too much noise, even though he normally sleeps like a log.
Mines growing into mines, just like Jed said. I'm gonna choose not to read anything into this. I could almost laugh, if it wouldn't hurt so much. How long has this stuff been down here? Oh, no, 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 come on, no, 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 no. I can do this. I can do this.
Through the power of emotions, your way will be lit.
Okay, that's something. That aura is the only lead I've got.
Aside from the weird aura, this kind of reminds me of when I was doing some work in a cave. It's so dark, like just unbelievably dark, and yet, to a degree, if you're in there long enough, your eyes do adjust a little bit. It's actually quite crazy.
All right, boys, getting close.
Helldivers for life, huh, Jed?
Dig so deep, we see where the devil sleeps. Goddamn right.
This is it. This is what Typhon tried to bury.
I wonder if Jed caused the accident, because you know he was being held up as a hero at the very beginning. I wonder if that's what the big twist is going to be.
A lot of runoff moisture in this soil. Jed, we gotta call it. This dig is fucked.
Nothing's fucked.
Jed, we got no pumps running. No.
My teams have never quit a dig this deep before. We finish the job. Steady goes. Steady.
Fuck was...
Move! Come on! Clear the tunnel! Who's on radio?
Jed! Fuck!
Jed! Jed!
Oh my god.
We gotta move! Now! There's still men back there. They'll drown.
Yeah, and so will we if we don't get the fuck out! Make the call, Jed!
God damn it! God damn it! Everyone, let's go! Now!
Smells like fireworks. Must be where Typhon blew the charges.
Excuse me, what now? That was her mum's necklace.
Jen! Come back! Jen, you son of a bitch!
Chen, you gotta stop, man.
Jen! Fuck you, Jen! Come back!
It's over, Chen. He's not coming back.
I'm sorry. I'm so sorry.
How'd she get out? How?
And during my time here, I've come to realize what makes Haven so special. It's a flower shop run by multiple generations, a bar owner who greets every customer by name. It's a spring festival tradition going back 100 years. History, loyalty, pride. These values which define Haven are the same values that Typhon was built on. And that is why our partnership has been so successful. It's been my privilege to renew Typhon's commitment to Haven. We believe in this community, and we're tremendously excited for its future.
Thank you, Diane. I think I speak for all of us when I say we're eager to make this official. So, time to vote, folks. And then lunch.
Alex! Oh my god!
I'm fine.
You are not fine. We have to get you to a doctor.
What happened to you?
I found out something you need to hear. I'm sorry.
What?
Alex, you're hurt.
Do you need help? We can call an ambulance.
Typhon's been lying to all of you. And so has Jed Lucan.
Alex, what's going on?
You know exactly what's going on. I was down in the mine last night. I saw what Typhon's been hiding for 12 years. Jed Lucan isn't a hero. That whole story is a lie. Jed caused the accident. And then he abandoned 7 of his men. He let them drown to save himself. There were pictures of me and Gabe down there in the dirt. Because one of those miners was my father. Typhon wanted to keep this covered up in case it jeopardized the vote. All they care about is making more money. They'll do whatever it takes to push this expansion through. So they decided to bury the evidence. And nothing was going to stop that blast. Not even the fact that there were 4 people up in the mountains. That's how Gabe was killed. Jed knew all along. He covered up the truth about the past, about Gabe. And when I found out, as you can see, he tried to kill me too. Why aren't any of you saying anything?
We don't want to embarrass you, Alex.
Try me.
These accusations are, well, they're insane. And trying to go into the mine was obviously a very dangerous, very illegal thing to do. But we all sympathize with your situation. You've been through so much. Your brother was your only family, wasn't he? I can only imagine how much you want an explanation for his loss. Something to give you comfort and make your life seem less unfair.
Why don't you just tell the truth? You've been planning your exit from Typhon anyway.
What?
You never signed up for threats or attempted murder. You hate this. Now's your chance to stop.
Dad? Do you have any idea what Alex is talking about?
No, I don't. I've tried to be there for Alex since Gabe died. I thought, I don't know, I hoped I could be something of a father figure to her. All I can guess is, sometimes when we're hurting, the people we lash out at are the ones who are trying to help.
You tried to kill me. How can you stand there and say these things?
Alex.
You're a monster. Please. I know this is hard to accept. You all trust him. I did too, but I'm telling the truth.
I believe you. Of course I do. I believe you too. I'm horrified and shocked and still processing everything, but I believe you.
I would like to speak. I've known Jed a very, very long time. And, Miss Chen? Alex? I'm realizing I don't quite know you as well as I thought. Some allowances must, of course, be made given your injuries and resultant confusion. But nonetheless, it saddens me to hear you make these terrible and incredible accusations against my friend.
I've always found Alex to be a very trustworthy person. She wouldn't make these accusations lightly. Something must have happened.
Miss Lath, there's no actual evidence of anything.
Maybe not, but that's what I think.
How about you?
I heard you out last night. You know the deal.
You're a cop. Do something.
Alex, just give it up.
You coward. I'm really sorry.
Are you? Why are you doing this?
What?
My dad is not a murderer. Were you afraid we couldn't get Typhon? Is that why you need someone else to blame? I thought we were in this together. For Gabe.
Ryan.
No. I'm not gonna let you do that to me anymore.
Ryan, what the hell? I know he's your dad, but look at her. Why would she lie about this?
It's going too far.
Alex almost died.
It's not true.
Fuck you, Ryan! After everything? Seriously, fuck you! Stop.
I know why you tried to kill me. It's not what you tell yourself. That you thought it was best for Haven. This was never about Haven at all, was it? This was about you. I know it's easier, not having to think about the men you buried. You want to look away and pretend the people you hurt aren't people. But I won't let you. My father worked for you. His name was John. The world never gave a shit about him. He was always struggling just to get by. He still hoped one day things would be better. But you killed him. And then Gabe, my big brother. He was building a family here, doing it his own way, figuring it out as he went along. He was so nervous about it, and so excited. And he brought me here to be part of that family. But he died. Because of you. And then there's me. For so many years, I just wanted to survive. To get through. Haven changed me. I started to think about the future. want to belong somewhere. I want to know that there's a place and a group of people who wouldn't be the same without me. I was starting to feel that here. And you tried to murder me. You would have ended my life just so you wouldn't have to face the truth. You've forgotten it, haven't you? You've plastered over it with another story. You tell yourself you're a hero, a strong leader. Sometimes that means making hard choices. Decisions that could lead to people dying. Few men could handle that. Haven's lucky to have you. But that's the lie. If you scrape it away, what do we see? "11 years ago, you led a group of men to their deaths. And you couldn't even say those words out loud because you're a coward. You couldn't imagine saying it to your wife, saying it in front of your son. Every day you were brave enough to go underground and look death in the eye. But you couldn't muster the courage to admit a mistake. I can feel you trying to pull away. Don't. The truth hurts. Sometimes it's so awful you think you're gonna break. But when you come out the other side, and you're whole and free and still alive, then you'll finally know how strong you really are. I see the truth about you. You hate yourself. You hate what you did in the past. You hate what you've done to keep it secret. And the more you deny that hatred, the worse it grows. I know who you are. I've seen the worst parts of you. And I forgive you.
And the news is still coming in on the Typhon mining scandal that has rocked the western slope town of Haven Springs, where a council meeting was the scene for shocking revelations. Local bar owner and council president Jed Lucan admitted in a tearful confession to covering up the deaths of 7 Typhon employees as their manager 12 years ago. recent cover-up, which involved a clandestine and unpermitted explosion to thwart inspections, caused the death of Haven local Gabe Chen last month. Mr. Lucan is currently in police custody, awaiting arraignment. We will have plenty more about this developing story, including the resignation of Typhon's CEO, the market impact, and what it all means for your drive time commute, coming right.
Yeah, the silence is worse. I need to get some air. After summoning all my strength and willpower, I'm now ready to move from the bed to the rooftop.
So, I had a bit of a revelation while watching that cutscene, and it was essentially that none of this has actually ever really needed to happen. But I'll talk more about that, I guess, maybe once the game finishes. Wait, oh, okay, so I guess his dad confessed, so he would be checking in, that makes sense. Who's Arthur? So I wonder if I took the policeman's
lost
ear
her
away,
words.
if he would have
Amazing.
stood up for me in that situation. Not that it really seems to have mattered anyway. Unless maybe the less people you have on your side, the less likely things are going to happen. I just don't know if it's that kind of a game. Alright, I'm done reading all of these. I am just really curious how your choices ultimately affect the outcome, you know? How much of a difference they would really be.
I'm so sorry.
I know.
What you said, the truth about my dad, I couldn't accept it. Maybe I wasn't strong enough. After everything he did, you still forgave him. I didn't know it was possible to be that strong. And it gives me hope that maybe one day I can be that strong too.
Thank you, Ryan. That means a lot.
What about us? Do you think you could ever forgive me for what I did?
I already do. You faced something horrible. And for a moment, you turned away.
I should have known. Maybe deep down I did, but I just couldn't accept it.
But it's out now. And as horrible as it is, we don't have to face it alone. We have each other.
So, what's next for Alex Chen? I guess I'm asking because I'm in. I mean, whether it's here or anywhere else. If you want me, I'm there.
That's really sweet, Ryan. Thank you.
Don't mention it.
I'm not used to getting to decide what I want. I guess I'd better think about it.
I guess so. You know where to find me.
All right. Just tell me.
What?
My future. What to do? The night of the Spring Fest, Ryan made a strong case for why I should stay in Haven. The idea of making this place my home. It seemed nice. Of course, that was before all the shit went down. Come on, you're the know-it-all. So tell me.
Actually, I do know what you should do. You should stay in Haven.
You really think so?
Of course. You finally have a home, a job, people who actually like you. Why would you give that up?
That's true.
Then again, maybe leaving would be better.
What?
You're young, you suddenly have a little money, friends. And don't you think it's time to give this music thing a real shot? No, you should definitely leave.
Oh, fuck off. Stop it, Gabe. I don't need the mysterious spirit bullshit right now. I just need my big brother.
I'm sorry.
I know.
But here's something. It's 3 hours from now. A bus pulls away. You're not on it. Ryan approves. Life goes on. You go back to work. You settle into a routine. And one day, with almost no warning, Steph up and bolts town. It hurts. But she does offer you a going away present. Her job. You take it. All those years of being a music snob finally pay off. And little by little, time does its thing. The apartment starts to feel less like a museum and more like a home. Thoughts of Jed, of Typhon, even of me, begin to fade into the background. The rooftop is your stage. You perform every week to a small but adoring group of fans. Maybe while you play, you wonder what could have been. Performing for more people in more cities, sharing your music with the world. Or maybe you never think about that much at all. You don't know exactly when it happens, but one day you look around and find that you have transformed this place just as much as it has transformed you. And the most extraordinary thing of all is just how normal it feels. You don't question it, you don't doubt it, or wonder what might have been. It's your life. The life you fought so hard to have. And for the first time in a long time, you just live.
Thank you.
Don't mention it.
You really think I'll transform Haven?
Of course, you already have. With your gift, your music, just by being you. But Alex, that doesn't mean you have to stay. You have the potential to do that anywhere you go.
Do what exactly? Become an actual musician?
Live in a van, travel between dingy bars, hawking your SoundCloud, pouring your soul to strangers. Sounds pretty great if you ask me. The truth is, there's no telling what that version of your future might be. The only promise is the adventure. So, what do you think?
I'm a bit torn. I just feel like it's one of those things where I personally wouldn't want to stay in a town that's associated with my father and my brother's death, especially because they weren't accidents per se, but I don't know.
I know what I want.
That's like a total of 2 videos in both this series and the commentary-less series that won't have a copyright claim. Brilliant. I love that to pieces. I'm really gonna need time to process this game, I think. Sorry, I just hit the microphone. I was just adjusting my headphones. This song is quite loud. Off the bat, my initial thoughts are there's so much in this game that didn't really need to happen because there wasn't too much of a resolution, which could be down to the choices that I made, and I can accept that. It was a fun game. I have a feeling, or at least I'm curious to see if it'll be like the first game, and if I play this in another 2 years or so, I actually might really enjoy it. I don't know why that happened with the first one, but it did. I really didn't like it. And not that I didn't like this game, I actually enjoyed it a lot more than my first playthrough of the first game, but I'm going to need time to process my thoughts, I think. So I'm not going to really say too much right here, right now. I might save that for another time and another place and another video, but the reality of this situation, though, is because it's a mining town, and if, you know, Typhon is gone, or is having issues, or is on the verge of going or something, then, I mean, this town is going to ultimately disappear with it, you know? At least that's how it works here. So, anyways, that's not the point of this game, or this video. But, yeah, I'm going to have to sit on this for a little bit. So, I'm just trying to think of some thoughts that I could give that would be slightly productive or reflective of my experience with this game. I think they did a really good job embracing really, I don't want to say like difficult concepts, but I think there were things that happened in this game and reactions people had to things which were quite extreme, but also very much how people do respond to situations in real life, you know? And I really appreciate that the writers, the developers didn't shy away from some of those more extreme emotional responses that can be quite devastating for people, because people do go through those experiences, and it's great, you know, to be able to see it in a way and to be able to empathize with what people must go through, even if it's just in very small ways, you know. Don't want to belittle people's experiences and say, now that I've played this game, I totally understand what it's like to go through the foster system, for example, because I don't. But I can sort of empathize a little bit more with the emotions of being in that situation where people just don't want you, or, you know, struggling to find your place. I do really appreciate that about all of these games, really. I think they really do a good job of portraying that sort of awkward outcast who's trying to find their place and their friends and all of that kind of stuff. So, you know, kudos to them. Off the top of my head, that's kind of all that I've got at this point in time, so I might just leave it here. But I am curious to hear other people's thoughts, and I might even look up videos to sort of see if there is really any difference between endings and, you know, the effect different choices have. Maybe there is some resolution that I'm missing because of, you know, choices that I didn't make. But on that note, thank you all for watching, whoever has been. As always, I greatly appreciate it. And on that note, I shall see you in the next game. Bye! Alright, I guess I should have a little bit of a quick look-sees at these stats. Wow, I'm really surprised by that divide between staying and leaving. I'm also really surprised that forgiveness was the higher percentage. I would have thought it would have been the other way for shizzles. Yeah, okay. Cool, so it's good to see that it makes me feel better that I was in the majority there. So I'm assuming if I had have spent more time with Ducky, if I had have removed the police officer's fear, they would have stood up for me as well. Oh, you could have sat on the bed. Okay, cool. Wow, he can stand up for you during the vote. I was wondering if that would be a thing as well, and I guess it was. Again, maybe it just comes from talking to him more or something. So I kind of towed that line with him where he didn't just outright leave me, but he also didn't stand up for me either. Oh, so maybe if you get her to sign the form, she believes you but can't help, okay? Yeah, okay, so most people back in, the last video? The beginning of this chapter, I forget when it was, they removed Pike's fear. So I'm assuming that's why so many people also had him stand up for them. And Ducky sort of seems to be close to 50-50 almost. Okay. Well, that's that. Peace out, folks. Bye.